cursing heavy and saying, oh, fucking shit and bitch and oh, go fuck yourself and oh, fuck, nigga, fuck you and no, I'm not gonna be doing that with this game. Sorry. Well, it's about that time again. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Original Legends YouTube channel. I'm Red, and today we are going to be playing Kingdom Call of Olympus. So, last time I played Kingdom, I played the original version, Kingdom 2 Crowns. And originally my plan was to finish up some of Kingdom 2 Crowns, play a little bit of Shogun, do the same thing, play a little bit of Northlands, do the same thing, because Deadlands is basically a complete reskin of 2 Crowns, while Shogun has different mechanics. And then play Northlands, and then play Call of Olympus. I changed my mind. So, my issue with my original plan is, yes, Kingdom Shogun has a bunch of different mechanics, a bunch of different gameplay aspects, and stuff like that with the game. It has a lot of differences. It's very different. However, I personally do not believe that even with those differences, it is different enough for me to make it its own video. Nor do I think Kingdom 2 Crowns is really interesting enough for me to really dedicate one video of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game, but the issue with Kingdom 2 Crowns is that it's endless. It's endless. Kingdom 2 Crowns is endless. Kingdom Shogun is endless. Kingdom Deadlands is endless. None of these end. And they're all very similar. Deadlands is literally just a reskin of 2 Crowns, and while Shogun may have a bunch of different stuff, at the end of the day, it's also a very dissimilar game to 2 Crowns. However, Northlands is so much more different than Shogun is, that I could reasonably see myself doing a video for Northlands. And then Kingdom Call of Olympus is completely different. It's a story mode. It ends. So that's why I decided to do the games this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Call of Olympus. I'm going to play it through. I'm going to beat it. And then after I'm done with that, I will play through Northlands. My issue with Northlands is that I've never beaten it. I've barely touched it. I touched it a little bit on my phone when I had the mobile version of Kingdom. I've never touched it on console. And I don't know it too well. But from what I've heard, it's like hard mode. It's the hardest of these expansions. It is the most difficult. So I don't know how playing that one's going to go. It's probably going to be a real pain in the ass. But I'm going to do it. Deadlands is, like I said, it's a complete reskin. It's basically a Halloween reskin, so I'm not going to touch it again. Or I'm not going to touch it at all. Shogun, like I said, is not different enough from OG Kingdom to where I want to really display it. So maybe when I'm done with both these, I'll go back and play some of these two every once in a while. Maybe. Or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. From what I heard, Kingdom 2 Crowns is standard difficulty. Kingdom Deadlands is, like I said, a reskin. Northlands is hard mode. And Shogun is easy mode. And as Shogun is easy mode, Call of Olympus is very easy. It's probably easier than all the other games combined, because unlike all the other games, it actually can end, like I said. So, yeah, let's go ahead and stop stalling, basically, which is basically what I'm doing, and go ahead and get into the game. As I said, I don't play this game too often, so even though this is an easier game mode, I'm going to go ahead and play it on the easier difficulty anyway. I'm going to choose the Horned Skull guy. And if any of you who watched my original Kingdom playthrough are going to immediately see the differences. between that one and this mode. Seeker of destiny, O monarch of fate, a sinister call from Mount Olympus awaits. Restore the gods and fulfill their demands. Only a royal hero can save these lands. Again, the monarch will try to last. Y'all can probably hear the or the Greek-inspired music. Ironically enough, if you read my community post, I just played some of Apotheon, and it is like one of the longest videos I've done in terms of content. It's so fucking long. It's almost 2 hours. Oh my god, this music. So playing this right after feels really interesting. Go ahead and give me that coin back. Alright. Let's go ahead and get to work. So it looks pretty similar right now. And honestly, that's because it is. But just give it a moment, and you will see just how different this game is from the others. So go ahead and toss out some gold. I do not have a slinger. Because these guys don't have bows. I don't know why, because bows are a thing in this world. But this world doesn't have bows. Instead, you have slingshots. Like I said, I don't know why, because bows did exist in this era, but hey, I'm not going to question it. Thank you, and now you can get a slinger. Someone go ahead and take that up. Yep. And then we have the merchant, still exists. He's still around. Did you not pick up that other gold? Okay. Odd. Go ahead and cut some of that down. When you get done. And for those of you who don't know, this game is a bit of more of a comfort game. It's not really intense. It's not that kind of game. Now, as for the story of the game, I'm not gonna spoil. Well, technically, there's not really much to spoil. If I'm being honest, there's not really much about this game to spoil in terms of story mode. Even though I do like the story mode. So basically, what's going on here is we are in Greece, as you can obviously guess, and somehow, I don't fucking know how, but somehow the Greek gods were defeated by the greed. And we came here to save them. Because the greed didn't just defeat them, they imprisoned them. On Mount Olympus. Or all over the place. So we're gonna run around completing different objectives to save the gods, defeat the greed. That's about it. And one thing I'll say about we'll see it later, so I'm not gonna spoil. But there are certain aspects of this DLC that makes me theorize about what the actual story is. Because for anyone who's when I post that on vid, you'll see. But anyone who's watched, anyone who watches that Apotheon vid when I post it is going to be able to tell I am a Greek mythology. I'm a massive Greek mythology fan. I don't know everything. I just don't. But I am a massive fan of it nonetheless. I know a few more things than most people would know about Greek mythology if they only learned about it through, like... Basically, I've done deeper dives into it. And there are a few things about this game and the bosses or this game mode and the bosses and the characters and stuff that makes me speculate that there is a deeper story here hidden beneath the surface in a bit of a way. And when we get to the end of the game, or at least, when we get to the end of the game, because there's a thing at the very end of the game that you won't be able to see until we reach that point that kind of explains a lot more. But when we get to the end of the game, I will go over my thoughts. But for right now, let's just go ahead and build things up. So those of you who don't know, also, this is I think I already mentioned this actually, but this is a slower paced game. So don't expect it to be a lot of action, a lot of combat. This is my comfort game. I play this game when I want to calm down, relax, and just enjoy myself. So don't expect a lot of comfort and stuff, or a lot of combat, and a lot of intensity like I usually have, with gore and blood and cursing heavy and saying, oh, fucking shit and bitch and go fuck yourself and fuck nigga fuck you and no, I'm not gonna be doing that with this game. This game makes me feel at peace. It makes me feel at ease. I just breathe. An island's end, a temple ruined by greed, rebuilding shall be your first divine deed. Figures. This is the Oracle, by the way. The Oracle of Delphi, I assume. But either way, it's an Oracle. But yeah. Yeah, this game just isn't gonna be that kind of game. It's not if you're hoping for like Titanfall 2 or Ghost of Tsushima or something like that where I get pissed off. That's probably words like that are probably gonna be the only cursing you hear, by the way. But yeah, if you're looking for stuff like that, no. I'm not gonna lie. I nearly said shit. So I guess stuff like that will still be said, but not to the extent that I usually do. Especially not with something like see Hunt Down, where that game legitimately made me face meltingly angry to the point where I think my face was full on red. It's not. This is not that type of game. And I'm not gonna lie. This might be a controversial pick for Kingdom fans. I don't know how big the fan base for these games are, but I know that they're a pretty decent fan base. This might be a hot take for Kingdom fans. This is my favorite expansion. Of the 4 expansions, which are... Oh, right, this... Of the expansions, which are... Shogun, Northlands, and Deadlands, this one's my favorite. And it's because of the fact that it's more story-driven and it's not endless. You don't have to keep going. So it makes it, instead of making it feel like you just playing the same thing over and over again, instead it makes, well, I don't feel like that way with the other main game either. But basically my point is, with this game, I feel, it doesn't make me feel like I keep playing the same world. It makes me feel like wanting to replay the world. If that makes sense. That probably doesn't. I probably didn't explain it too well. Basically what I mean by that is, with the original game, it's just like when I beat a major part of the game, it's just like, oh, just keep going. With this game, when I beat major sections of the game, it's like, when I beat when I beat the game, it's like, oh, I want to restart it. I want to restart a new mode and go through and see what I can do better, and just it makes you feel like I'm improving. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't, but it does to me. And Jesus Christ, okay. And it's really fun. So, last episode of Kingdom... Wait, no, I didn't. Okay. Oh, damn. I just realized. So, I just remembered something. So, I actually tried to record a video for Kingdom a few, weeks ago. And it was meant to be a continuation of my Kingdom 2 Crowns, gameplay. And something happened. Something that really broke my spirit a little bit with the game. Not the game in terms of the quality, but the game in terms of the recording. It kind of messed up my thoughts on recording this game, and that is when I tried to take a break, or when I tried to cut in order to give the game space to like make a cut. I clicked a button on my controller to turn my audio off, and I forgot to turn it back on, and that made me feel like a fucking idiot. I felt so dumb. Like, how could you forget to turn your audio back on? That seems so basic, but I did, and that made me feel so bad. It was like, damn. And I was having so much fun too, and I do that. It made me feel like an idiot. So, and it kind of made me drop off playing this game again. Because I was like, well, now I need to basically restart the playthrough again. Because I've already done so much. The recording's already there. But then I changed my mind. And I changed my mind because of this. Even though I messed up the recording for that other playthrough, I could just do this one. And just try something different. So that's kind of another reason why I'm doing a video for this game mode. Because I messed up that other recording. And I kind of messed it up in a way that I couldn't continue. And because of that, I forgot to introduce a mechanic in the original game mode that is very important to look at in this game. If you're in mode, if you want to see the differences between this and the other game. Good job, y'all. Good job. Nice job. Alright. So, in the original version of the game, you can do these things like expeditions, where when you level up to having stone, you can make your walls out of 3 things. First you start off with wood, then you can get stone. Then in the original game you get metal, and I think in this game you get marble. I think. And when you level up to metal, or when you level up to stone, rather, you can get knights, and in the Shogun mode you can get samurai, and you can give these knights coins, which basically act as health bars, and then you can spend more coins to send them out on expeditions. But in this game mode, and that's one of the reasons why I was kind of talking a bit about how I hate that I messed up that first recording, you don't do that. Instead, what you do is you pay 2 coins, you take this flag, and you lead the expedition yourself, where you bring 4 of these chuckers in order to fight. And one of the biggest reasons why that was impressive to me was because the things that you're trying to destroy, they're portals for the greed, and by making it so that you can control, or your placement on the map controls where your slingers will be, it kind of makes it easier to fight the greed portals, because you're able to control their distance and how far they're firing from, which can keep them safe. You can pull them back, stuff like that. It's a level of control that I wish that the original variant of the game had. Come on, pull back, pull back. See, this is my strategy, since I have this kind of control. I keep them far enough back so that only a few of them are swinging at the portal. And this makes it so that less greed spawn, and that when greed do spawn, they can kill them easy. And I want a version of this mechanic to be implemented in the main game. I want some variant of this mechanic to be implemented in the main game. Because if you go on an expedition in the main game, and you don't have guys, or all your guys go out, you can't control them. So all your guys will be out there, and then when the greed come to attack, they'll just keep going. They'll never, like, they'll never run away, or you won't be able to control them if the greed, okay, back up. You won't be able to do anything if you send them out at a bad time, and the greed come out, and they begin, dying. You just have to hope that your knights have enough, you have enough coins, that your knights will have enough health to be able to deal with it. Shit. I just lost one of my slingers. That's another interesting thing about this. Ah, yeah. See, you saw that? That's another interesting thing about this game. When you lose a slinger, instead of what happens in the original game, where you'll basically, what happens in the original game when you lose your archer, when you come and raid a base, is that you basically lose a... I guess this is the wrong side. Okay, well, it's good that we cleared this out anyway. But anyway, what happens when you lose your troop is that you can't, or that you just kind of, they just go back and they stay back there and they don't come back to help. But in this game, or they'll come back to help, but it'll take them a long time because it'll be the same person going back, getting re-equipped, and then coming all the way back. In this game, if you have extra troops, then the one who fails will come back and they'll re-armor, but the other one will immediately join your warband and come out to try and help you. And they'll take the other one's spot, so you don't need to fucking wait for the other guy to get armored back up and then come all the way back. That was such a dumb thing to me. I never understood that. Alright. We destroyed that last portal. Now we're going to get to work on this one. Oh, shit. Wow, that's a lot of greed for just one wave. Wow, y'all have been making a lot of money. I can't hold all this. I can't hold all this. Can't hold all this. Can't hold all this. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand, and then I'm going to come back to y'all when we get some new stuff. So I'll see y'all in a moment. Alright, so I decided to cut back in because we just got the Hoplomachus, or the Hoplites. So these guys, basically, they get spears instead of slings, and they can use those spears to kill greed. And what happens is when you have enough of them and you go on an expedition, some of them will come with you and they will defend your slingers. So that's one of the reasons why the fight at the portal, I lost a slinger. I didn't have them with me. Usually, if I have them with me, I'll just charge through, because I have the defense necessary for my guys. We also unlocked farmers, but this first world kind of doesn't need them. You're not really going to come back here, if I'm being honest. And unlike in the other season or versions of Kingdom, where you can get seasonal changes, this game mode's seasonal change, I'm pretty sure it happens way later, and you can time it to where its seasonal change lines up with something. What I mean by that is that, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, because unlike with the last gameplay, I'm actually intending to make this a series, where a mini series basically, where I beat the entirety of the game. So I guess I'm not gonna spoil it. But anyway, now that we got the Hoplomachus, I'm gonna go ahead and build up some farms anyway, and get my defenses up, get some Hoplomachus stacked up, and then when we finish with that, then I will cut back in when we're going to raid the next greed portal. So I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. And the last wave of greed just passed, so I'm going to go ahead and lead an expedition. We're going to go ahead and take these guys out, and we're going to attack that last greed portal for this island, and then I'm probably going to let the world map come up before I then end the match. Before then end the video. Wow, okay. So basically, what I'm currently doing is, now I have the Hoplomachus, so they're going to defend my people, and then when I take out this greed portal, something special is going to happen. Unlike with the other side, where I kind of just... With the other side, I kind of just freed up space for a dock. Yeah, there's docks. With this one, there's actually a goal in mind. But now, with this one, I can have all my guys kind of focused on attacking the greed portal and getting rid of it. And now I'll have the... Oh, also, if you have deer around, and you farm them in, when the portal gets destroyed, the greed will come out, take one of the coins, and then leave. It's kind of funny. And the portal is destroyed! The greed have been completely erased from this island, and now we can complete a very special task. So this is a superstructure, and unlike with most superstructures in the game where they build themselves, this one actually needs its builders to come out. And basically that means that it'll take a little bit for it to get fixed up, but once it does, I can also kind of just get builders in order to speed up the building process, just hire a bunch of builders. But I can't do that in this situation because there's not enough... Wow, I didn't realize how close we actually were. But anyway, there's not enough, people. By the time they get back, half of them will have picked up Hopomaka's shields. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna cut out the longer parts anyway, so... Well, I'll just cut in again when, we finished with building that temple. And as you can see on my horse, I picked up a stone. I'm gonna put that stone, at this point, it's not really spawning. I'm gonna put that stone in the temple, and it's gonna do something. So, I'll be back in a second. Again, give me one brief moment. I'm sorry about that, guys. So we are back, and the altar has just been completed in its building process. Now, let's trigger the event. Jesus fucking Christ. I forgot how bright that was. I don't even know what this thing is. Sail forth and explore other lands, restore the gods, and fulfill their demands. Okay. I don't know what this stone is. It looks like a phoenix egg, if I'm being honest. Or something intense like that. But basically, once you've... I have too much gold. Once you've placed this egg on the altar, it'll summon a ship for you to be able to travel between different lands, just like Kingdom 2 Crowns, but a little bit more, I guess, theatric. I love this music. It's even better than the original games. Then once it gets here, you can ring the bell and get a bunch of people on it like last time. This one works a little bit differently than the other one, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. It's not as big, so you can't get as many people on it, but in exchange, I'm pretty sure you get, like... I don't want to spoil it, never mind. This game, like I said, this game doesn't really have much story, I'd say, going on, but even then, I don't want to spoil aspects of the game for people who haven't played it. Or especially for Kingdom fans who for some reason haven't played this expansion yet, even though it came out, like, early fall last year. Like, seriously, if you are a fan of Kingdom, please, get this game. It's great. Get this expansion, I mean. It's a great add-on to the game, and I really recommend it. Once I'm done with this series, I'll have beaten it twice. Honestly, if I was doing YouTube at the time, I would have saved this for that. I also want to make something clear real quick. I kind of don't want to... I'm kind of trying to give two games... For those of you who are wondering where they are, I'm trying to give two games a little bit of time. Ghost of Tsushima and Hunt Down. I'm trying to give Hunt Down some time because that boss had me blood-curdlingly angry. And I just don't want to rush back into it, and just get angry again. Especially if it takes me the whole video or something to beat that boss. I don't want to do that. And as for Ghost of Tsushima, as I've mentioned in a few other videos, I'm trying to get information on whether or not y'all want the game to have major story content and major side quests only, or if you want minor side quests playable in the game as well. I'm trying to get that kind of information. Alright, we have 3. I think we can get... Jesus Christ. I think we can get 4 builders. So, and 1 might be on its way, which might be the reason I can't ring the bell again. So I'm going to give it a moment. And if it doesn't happen... Oh, wait, no. Here we go. I really don't want to have to say, oh, yeah, guys, I'll be right back, and then have to play this game dead silent again. Alright, I think that's all I can get. So, I have a bunch of coins, and now I can get on the boat and sail off to a new world. Build, explore, defend, conquer. Alright, so as you can see, the map is hella different than the original game. We are on this map island right here. Where you see it glowing, we are in the center of the map. This is the next map. This is where I believe you can get... I want to say this is the map where Artemis's bow is. I want to say... Yeah. But I'm not going to spoil what I mean by that until next time. So, this is the world map. We're going to go ahead and land on the next island. As you can see by the statue, this island has a stag mount on it. So let's go ahead. And here we are. And you can tell it is Artemis's Island by that right there. That feckin' statue of her. Also, let me just grab that real quick. Thank you very much. That, I will not spoil, will come in handy a lot later. Let's go ahead and get everything set up, and then I'll go ahead and end the video out. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save. And that is going to be the end of this video, folks, ladies and gentlemen. This game is so fun. It's just so calming and soothing. It literally made me yawn. I want to go to sleep. Now, not because it's boring, just because it's soothing, and it really makes me relax. To be fair, it's also a little late. I'm pretty sure it's like... I always record these videos late in the day. Yeah, it's 11. Or late at night, it's 11. So, it is late. But, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and share, all the normal YouTube jazz. And comment question for the day. Comment question for the day. I think I said in the last, Apotheon video, that I asked who is your favorite Greek god in the Apotheon video that I recorded that I just haven't posted yet. So since I asked that question in the Apotheon video, in this video I'll go ahead and ask what is your favorite Greek demigod or Greek hero. Okay. First of all, comment question, who is your favorite Greek hero? And second of all, shout out to Molly's Universe for commenting on my last Kingdom video. Thank you for your comment and your support, and I appreciate that. And I really, I love this game so much. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.